put all of this in the closet because I gotta film a video. Get in there, clothes. YouTube doesn't want to see you. Ooh, a nickel. I was driving down the road the other day. I was heading from here to the Lux studio, and the drive's about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes. And I was driving down the road, and I was, I've been working on this project for so long, couple months now, really heavily in the month of January. I've been working on this documentary, and a lot of my free time has been put into it. And so I was driving and I was looking out the window, and it was beautiful. Like, there was snow on the ground, but it was super bright, and there was like precipitation in the air, and I couldn't tell if it was like rain or snow. It was kind of flurries, but I looked out the window to my right, and I was like, man, I just thought to myself, it's like, I'd really love to be out there just taking pictures right now, just like nothing to do, no other thing on my schedule, just outside taking photos of the stuff around me. And I was like, but I don't really have the time. I got to get to the studio and get stuff set up. And so I was driving, and then I look over with the snow-covered landscapes. There's this beautiful, brilliant, bright rainbow in the sky. Like, one of the brightest, most vivid rainbows that I've ever seen, especially in the wintertime. You don't typically see a rainbow in the winter because snow doesn't have the same effect that rain does whenever light's hitting it. So you don't typically get a rainbow. But it was raining, and there was snow on the ground, and there was a rainbow, and I was like, I have to stop and take a picture of this. So I stopped. I found a place to pull over. It was in like this guy's driveway, and I was just like, hey, can I take pictures? And he was out getting his mail, and he was like,
okay, yeah, sure.
I was like, sweet. I was gonna do it anyways. I just figured I would let you know that I'm not like here to mug you or something. But anyway, so I'm taking pictures of it like in this field. So not that it's specific for photographers or anything, but I feel like because we are kind of observant and looking at like different compositions, and we're trying to pay attention to like the timing of things, we tend to pick up on details as we're out shooting. Same would go like if you're a hunter, or if you do work outside a lot, you tend to notice like patterns and stuff like that. And so I knew that my window of opportunity to get a shot of this rainbow was very short. So I got out of the car, got the pictures. Turned out pretty cool in the first location. I get back in the car, I'm all pumped, I'm looking at it out the window. It's like, man, this thing is super bright. Like, it is still holding on to its vividness. And so I'm driving down the road, and I see another spot, and it's just like this full arc of a rainbow, just beautiful in the sky. And I get to the top of this hill, this peak, and I'm like, I have to stop again because this is incredible. The way that the rainbow was lined up, it hit perfectly with this dip in the road. And so the edge of the rainbow came right down, lined up right with the middle of where the road was, and it dipped down. So it was this really cool composition in this mix of the arch coming in and then the road going down, and it was just really cool. It was lined with trees, there was some snow that you could see, and it was very cool. So I get some shots there, and I love how they turned out. And so I get going, and at this point, like, the rainbow's been around for already like 10 minutes at least. So I'm driving the rest of the way towards the studio, and I'm making the corner, like the last bend that I typically make, heading up into town, and I look, and the rainbow is still there. It's still just as bright, if not brighter. And again, the end of the arch lands right smack dab in the middle of where the road is. And I'm like, I have to get another shot. So I pull over quickly into the parking lot, and I get out, and there are cars going back and forth like all over the place. It's a pretty busy street for the small town. And so I'm like, I'm just gonna have to wait until these cars like die down, and then I'm gonna have to go out in the middle of the road, get the shot lined up, and hope that no cars come around either of the corners or out of any of the streets, perpendicular. And so I'm waiting there, and of course, there's cars everywhere. So I just have to continue to wait. And so long story short, I end up getting the shot. I was able to get something close to what I wanted. It wasn't perfect, but I got it, and it was at least cool to capture the moment of something that will probably never happen again, not the same way at least. So getting that lined up was crazy. And honestly, the most beautiful part about it is that rainbow lasted with its intensity for about 20 minutes, which is almost unheard of. I haven't experienced anything like that. Typically, I've seen rainbows last, but they fade. So they might be around, but the colors just aren't there. This one stayed just as bright and vivid and vibrant the entire time. So I share this for a couple reasons. A, because, well, the photos were just cool and I just wanted to share that with you guys. But B, I was feeling not discouraged, but it was almost like, yeah, I've got things to do. So I guess I can't stop and take a picture even though that's what I wanted to. That's what was running through my head, and that's what I felt like I had to listen to, is like, oh, well, you don't have time, you can't do it, not today, it's not gonna work. And it's like almost passed by an awesome opportunity. And I feel like we do that sometimes in life because like we feel like there are things that we have to do, things that we need to do. There are some things that we tend to put high up on the priority list that don't deserve to be there. And there are other things that we notch down on the priority list that should be kept in higher priority. For example, spending time with your friends and family, doing things that you love, your hobbies, your skills, honing your craft. If there's something that you're passionate about learning, or if you like to read and gain knowledge, like those things, sometimes we bump those down and we put them lower on the list than they should be, including our relationship with God, including our faith. Like that's something that I was kind of convicted of, is like, I realized that I was caught up in like the hustle and bustle, that I almost missed an opportunity that God was giving me to have a really cool moment and capture some really cool pictures, because I was like, I almost didn't stop to take pictures because I would have been late. I was late, the pictures were cool, everything was fine, it wasn't a big deal. And I'm glad I took the opportunity. So yeah, I don't know if that helps anyone, but either way, pictures are dope, so I hope you enjoyed them. Thank you guys for listening. That's the end of this video. I don't know how long it is. I guess editor Greg will know. But nonetheless, if you liked it, smash the like button, hit the bell icon, and subscribe. I think I hit them all. Yeah, weekly videos, at least one a week. That's what we're trying for here in 2023. Okay, so maybe I missed a couple, all right? Is that such a crime? Maybe, maybe I had stuff going on, all right? Sue me. Actually, don't, please, because I'm broke, and I love you guys, so please. It's okay. We got more coming. All right, back to the editing. Whether that be short form content, like a short video, or videos like this where it's a little bit more me talking to you guys. I want to keep it, mix it up and utilize both tools there. So I love you guys, and we will catch you on the next video.